What's good, YouTube? Ben here, bringing you the last one out of the defenders, midfielders and attackers video of the best players to use in each position. I will be doing one more, maybe two more, because I didn't do the keeper. So if you want to see keepers, I will do a keepers one. If not, I'll go straight to the icons. I'm going to mention the top 10 icons to pick up, to try out, who basically will blow your mind, because icons this year and previous years, they've been amazing. And I'm going to go for a few players you might not have thought of. But yeah, we'll get into the attackers today. These are just all the standard gold cards or informs, whatever, if they got upgrades. As you see, some of these cards are like the higher rated versions. That's just because it was the first one what came up on the concept, so I just clicked that so I wouldn't forget. We'll start on the bench. Got player of the month, Lucas. I'm going to tell you one thing what I really look in my attackers. I look for 4-star skills, because I find even if I don't use 4-star skills, I feel like the skill move is quicker, because the players have more. It seems like if you have 4-star skills, the player's got quite a lot of agility, so the skill moves a lot quicker than if it was just a 3-star skiller. So that's why you can probably see in every single attacker there's 4-star skills. And then after that, after you've got the 4-star skills, the things what you start looking for are like the 4-star weak foot or the 5-star weak foot. Obviously not everyone's got the weak foot, so it's not really too much of an issue, but yeah, they're the main things. So as I said, oh, and pace. You gotta have 90 pace, basically. Especially if you play like, well, I was thinking like when I look at the right mids and left mids, I don't really look at putting them up top. I look at them putting like Lamb, Ram, right wing, left wing. And Lucas is a perfect example. His player of the month card looks very solid. You can use the normal, as I mentioned. All these cards have good normal cards, and I wouldn't have put them in there if they didn't. Well, actually, there's a few. Maybe it was just inform that makes them look a lot better than they are. But yeah, Lucas, first one. James Forrest, this guy's a 3-star skill moves. I put him in because I think a lot of people have him as the red card from Futchampsguide. So I just want to put him in to make people actually realise this guy is a very good player. A good impact sub if you don't want to start him, because obviously it's hard to link up. He's a very good impact sub though. Load of pace about him. Shooting's not the greatest, but he'll do a job for sure. That's what you need when you bring somebody off the bench. This is the one card what I was thinking maybe his gold card's not that good. I didn't even know this card was out. I just going through the concepts and I looked at it and I was like, that's actually not too bad of a card. 4-stars weak foot, 4-star skills. I don't even know how you get this. Maybe from packs, I guess. But he looks very good. The only problem is obviously linking him in is just basically impossible. Maybe you use like that is Marlos still in the game from Shakhtar? If he is, then link him into him maybe or something. But obviously it's a little bit hard unless you've got icons, and if you're using icons and you're using this card, there's something's a little bit wrong with how you're building your team, I guess. But yeah, bit of pace about him. 5'10", 4-star, 4-star. Looks very decent. Shooting stats not the greatest, but yeah. Then we got Perisic. I like this guy because he's 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. For me, to be an elite player this year in attack, if you have 5-star weak foot, you're an elite player in my head on this FIFA, because it is so crucial, especially with like how time finishing is this year. You can either go like left foot, right foot, like straight out of nothing, like one touch bang, like left or right. It doesn't matter what you want to do. That's why Perisic for me is one of the better players. Wait, both? Well, I did. Oh wait. I thought Bill the Creator had 5-star weak foot, then I was like, wait, I didn't know about that. This guy, he's just had an inform like an 83 on the left, so he's another good option to use. High-low work rate's very good. 4-star, 4-star, as I mentioned, very useful. 4-star weak foot isn't as good as the 5-star, of course, that's what it's meaning. But if you hit a green with a 4-star, most of the time it will still be a very good shot. Loads of pace about him, quality player, 5'11", got a decent amount of height about him. Felipe Anderson, one of my hidden gems this year, for me anyway, one of my favourite cards I've used from my Reds, and it's Felipe Anderson, 4-star, 4-star, high, 5'9". He is so quick, man. He's like I mentioned when I've done the squad builders before, he's like a Neymar, but obviously not Neymar. He just doesn't have the 5-star skills. If this card had 5-star skills, I'm telling you now, he could be up there with Neymar. I would probably have him starting in my main team if he had 5-star skills. Yeah, but very good option, very good option. Marco Reus, a lot of informs, a lot of player of the months this year. I think he's going to keep it up as well because Dortmund seems to be doing very well. It's going to be a one to pick up, especially. I've got his card in here, but I think it's more of a later stage for an inform. I think his card's a little bit too slow. Unless you use him cam, you'll be alright. But I think his stamina low. Yeah, his stamina's pretty low. So I would say if you've got the coins, wait till he gets a few informs, a couple more informs, maybe a team of season if it doesn't like pick up. But if he gets a team of season card, I'm telling you that card would be very, very good, especially with finesses this year. Serge Gnabry, squad building challenge. I don't know what this is from, like how you actually get this card, but I looked at the card and I was thinking, holy shit. 94 pace, 88 dribble, 84 shot, 4-star, 4-star, 5'9", very similar, very, very similar to Felipe Anderson. But I think his dribbling's just a tad better. His stamina's a little bit on the low side, 72, so he's probably more of a sub, or you sub him off. Agility, look at that dribbling, 90 agility and 91 balance. You are just not getting him off that ball. That is a crazy, crazy card. I might actually look how the hell can you still get him? If so, I'm gonna probably do him because honestly, it looks amazing. Inform Martial, normal cards as good. He's always one of them cheap beasts to always pick up. 6 foot, he's got the height, 4-star skills, finesse god. You know, we all know what Martial's about. Like, I don't think I need to go too much detail about him, but yeah, very good card this year. Once again, his inform looks amazing, so recommend picking him up. Never hidden star. I think everyone knows about this one though. Quincy Promes, probably like impact sub god. Honestly, I think he's like, this year he's like the last year's Lozano. Honestly, 5'9", 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills, high low, just a bunch of pace about him. Decent shooting, 83 shooting's really good for like just a standard goal card at an 83 rated. So if he gets a couple of informs as well, I'm really excited for it because hopefully I can pick him up as a red and use him as a sub. We got Heung-min Son, as I mentioned about the 5-star weak foot, it's just an essential thing. If you got a 5-star weak foot, as I said, you're an elite player on this game. You really are. With Son's shot as well, 85. If you put him as a striker, like I mentioned, like with the left mid and right mids, I usually like just keeping him out wide, but I think Son's a card I would rather use in the middle just because of the shot. Really useful. He's always good on FIFA as well. So yeah, we got Leon Bailly. This is one more of the cheaper size, obviously, because the Bundesliga is quite a cheap league. 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, left-footed, 5'11", just a bunch of pace about him. I think that's what we always look for in our in the attackers, really. Pace, 4-star skills, and 4-star weak foot. That's like my, if you have that, you're probably in my team, to be honest. Chucky Lozano, what a player. Again, he's another good. He's as good as probably last year, honestly, especially this inform. I got him as a red. Excuse me, I'm still quite ill. But yeah, this Lozano as an impact sub, fantastic. You could even start him if you want, but I use him as an impact sub. Very good player. Mahrez, another guy who I've raved about all year. 5'10", left-footed, 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills. His left foot, whoa, you know what I mean? He puts that top corner every time if you hit a green. Quality player, quality. I think his like skill moves come off really quick, like a Neymar. Like Neymar, if you try like doing the skills with Neymar, it comes off so quick compared to maybe like an Mbappe, whose skill, he's same as a 5-star skiller, but it just seems a little bit slower. Mainly, I think that's got to be agility, I assume. As you see, he's got 95 agility, which is huge. As we go into Mbappe, which is actually the next pick, I put him in. I like Mbappe, but his finishing is sometimes letting him down. That's my only problem with Mbappe. Obviously, people say you can put the chem style to improve the finishing by +3 or never, whatever. But I don't really know if that's actually going to help him or not, because chem styles are chem styles at the end of the day. But he still is unbelievable. The pace on him is just ridiculous, especially this year, where like it seems like everyone catches you, but like if you have an Mbappe, they ain't catching you. Like I see at an event there's a certain player called Gold Machine who actually uses his inform as a sub. Like he's got every player obviously you could use, and he uses Mbappe as a sub because of the pace, and like literally no one catches him when he breaks through. Bale 6'1" beast, honestly, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, just an absolute tank. You could literally use him anywhere on the pitch and he'll do a job. I was using this card actually in draft recently as a left centre mid, and he was just doing amazing. I was like, bloody hell. As you see, he's got even his passing is really good. Could use him as a striker as well, easily. The weak foot might let you down. You're very one-dimensional with Bale. That's the only problem really with him. But he's just, if he had 4-star weak foot, which he probably should have from previous years, but I haven't really watched him recently. But from previous years, he should have a 4-star weak foot. But he's a very good player, as I mentioned before. Mo Salah. We got 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Very similar to Mahrez. As I said about his left foot, it's just like every time you hit a green, it goes in. Same with Salah. The only difference with Salah is his 3-star weak foot to Mahrez's 4-star. But where Salah doesn't have that weak foot, Salah has more pace, more blister and pace to break through. His dribbling, his like left stick dribble is probably a little bit better than Mahrez's as well. So yeah, great pick up there. More of a cheaper side here, 5-star skiller, Wilfried Zaha. Can't go cheap attackers without mentioning Zaha. 82 rated, laser pace, good dribbling. Weak foot lets him down, but that don't matter when you got 5-star skills. You can easily put it on his favoured foot if you know how to do the skills. Don't even need to do too much skills. You just need to fake shot it basically and just put it onto the stronger foot. Very simple stuff. Yeah, very good pick on Wilfried Zaha. Joshua King, one of my favourites, honestly, this year. From when I used him on the Xbox and I hit a top 100 with him. Or was it just, or I just missed out? One of the two. He was amazing. Scored like 30 goals out of 40 games. Very good, very good. 6 foot. His finishing was really good. It was that weak foot was letting him down though. That was the main thing. But hit it on the right, it's basically a goal. Oh, we're not even close to finish on this. And we've also got another page, by the way. There were so many attackers what you can use this year. Gomez. This is somebody who I'd rather use on the winger options because of his height. Loads of pace about it. More of a sub, as I mentioned. But if you haven't got the coins, obviously you can just use him. Maybe even as a cam. His passing's not too bad. 5'5" though is the real problem. But 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, fantastic. Firmino, I put him in mainly because he ticks the criteria of the 4-star skills and the 4-star weak foot, and he's got a decent amount of height. I would rather use this card as more as a cam. I wouldn't use him on the Ram or Lamb, and I wouldn't use him as a striker. He's literally behind the striker, just playing the balls through to your more pacey players. And if the ball falls to Firmino, I'm pretty sure he'll take it. He's got great finishing, 88 finishing without a cam style. So yeah, very good thing. Lionel Messi, amazing this year, absolutely amazing. Compared to last year's, I've not really think they've gave Messi the card. Well, I wouldn't say card because the stats always were there, but the way he plays in game wasn't what he should have. This year he is unbelievable. If this guy gets a team of the year, oh my god, the game's broken because this card will be unbelievable. But his normal card is fantastic as well. There's only one problem with him. And that is his stamina. 73 stamina. This is what I'm saying about the team of the year. Because if he has the stamina, he ain't coming off the pitch. And as long as he's on the pitch, he's probably going to get a goal. But for me, the stamina wasn't too much of an issue. Unless I went to extra time, then the stamina became an issue. But for me, he was making people quit before I even got to extra time, so it was fine. Mertens 5'7", high low, 4-star, 4-star, very good player. Very similar to that Gomez card I showed us a second ago. I'd rather use this card as more as a wider option. But if you're playing a Serie A cheap team and you're just going for loads of pace up top, Mertens, Gomez, probably a very good option for you guys. I think though, we'll go on to the next one, but I might have duplicated a play. Yeah. We'll take Josh King out because I've already mentioned about him. Let's go. Let me just double check I haven't got anyone else. No. So, Ousmane Dembele, 5-star skill. I keep thinking he's got 5-star skills, but he hasn't. Because they've killed him. They've ruined him. But he's still very good. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. High-low. Very good option on the wings. As you see, he's got 10 goals, 5 assists in 32 games, and that's coming off the bench. Never started a game for me. Very, very good. Like I mentioned, the weak foot is the key for any player. If they got 5-star weak foot, I'll honestly recommend them. If they got 5-star weak foot and like over 88 pace or something, get them in your attack. Oh, and obviously their shooting's got to be decent. Like you can't just get some random guy. But yeah. Eden Hazard, one of the, I think he's not given the credit he deserves this year, because this year, Eden Hazard, I think, has been the best he's been on FIFA, for me anyway. He is amazing. He's just, the ball sticks to him, like how it sticks to him in real life. Like, he doesn't lose the ball at all. 4-star obviously helps as well, especially the attack. You could, like, jinx one way and go the other, depending, because, like, I think with Hazard, his weak foot is still very good. He's got 88 passing, amazing. Like, I see a lot of people play him Lamb, and I think he's amazing there. Very hard to get the ball off. This is the guy, Neymar Jr. I'm telling you now. If you don't know about Neymar on this year's FIFA, get him now. If you've got the coins, just get him. Honestly, this guy will blow your head off. He is amazing. Amazing. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills. 5-star. No. Oh, man. I might tear up. This guy is amazing this year. Honestly, I would rather have this guy than Ronaldo, I think. For the value, I guess so, yeah. Because it's like 1.4 million difference between Neymar and Ronaldo. I would pick Neymar definitely and spend the 1.4 million somewhere else. Honestly, this card is amazing. 5-star, 5-star, as I mentioned. Just top notch this year. I got his inform as well, so that probably helps his shooting a lot as well. Leroy Sané, another guy who I think is just amazing this year. See people bring him on as a sub, and when he comes on as a sub at that 6 foot height and 96 pace, I ain't stopping that bloke. I'm telling you, I'm taking him out. That's the only way I can stop him, because he is impossible. He's like a horse, zoom straight through my team, and I'm like, oh fuck. So yeah, never great option. The only problem is the weak foot, so it is what it is. Sadio Mane, I think that his shooting's a little bit low. I think he deserves a little bit higher than 80, but he is very good this year. 5'9". He's more of a cheaper option compared to Hazard, I would say. I think he's similar stats to Hazard in the way he plays and whatnot, like similar height, but I think Mane is a lot cheaper. I think he's only like, I don't want to say his price just in case I'm completely wrong, but yeah, 60k, or 50k even. And then I think like Hazard's like 200, 300. Marcus Rashford, I thought I'd put him in because I got his Champions League card at the start of the year. I wasn't really expecting too much of him, and I used him, and he is actually fantastic. Play him as this is one of the cards I actually moved to a striker, mainly because of the height, 6'1", 4-star, 4-star. Can hold the ball up really easy with him. Very good cheap option for you. Jamie Vardy, I put him in because obviously we have pace merchants. That's what we're looking for really in attack, is the pace merchants, and that's what Vardy's about. It's just pure pace. Could smack the ball as hard as you want into the net. But there is a few things will let him down, and that is his passing, that is his weak foot, that is his skills, and that is his dribbling. It's not the best dribbling, but if you just do a 1-2 with him, playing through would be good. Richarlison, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Another player who I mentioned, like Josh King, very good. 5-star weak foot, as I mentioned, is the key, and I think for his price, he's a very good option. I couldn't do one like a best attackers, just playing goal players without bringing Ronaldo in. He is the man. Like as I said, Neymar for me is probably my preferred player for the price, but Ronaldo is the man. You know, 6'2", 4-star weak foot, basically a 5-star weak foot. That's just a lie. He ain't got 4 stars, 5-star easily. 5-star skills. He's just the man, you know, wins every header, does what you want. Put him on a front post corner, it's a goal, you know, you're guaranteed. So, obviously, I couldn't do one without Ronaldo. Luis Suarez, this guy, if you give him, like I mentioned about Ronaldo's weak foot, I think he's very similar. He seems basically to have a 5-star weak foot. My only problem with this card is they didn't give him 4-star skills. I have no idea why they took it off him. But if this card had 4-star skills this year, I'm telling you, you would see him everywhere. His shooting is unbelievable. Like, any sniff of a chance, you don't even need to green it. It's just amazing. So if he had 4-star skills, he would definitely be in a lot of teams. Excuse me. As I get into Aguero, another similar player to Suarez. Give him a chance, they'll take it with that 91 shooting. But this time, this guy's got 4-star, but he's a little bit smaller. He's not going to give you the same like style as Suarez is. He's more of a agile attacker compared to Suarez, who I see as more as a striker who holds the ball up. Ben Yedder, a big player this year. I'm telling you, this inform card especially, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, high. I used him a lot at cam, but I think you can use him like cam, striker, ram or lamb. Honestly, it doesn't matter because of that 5-star weak foot. Give him a chance, green it, you're all good. Mario Balotelli Halloween card. So, I haven't used this card, but one of my friends who's a pro player called Painter has qualified for an event, and his main striker was Balotelli, and he used CR7 as cam. So, I assume he's good, because if he's playing against other pros with Mario Balotelli and qualified for an event, Balotelli's got to be a serious problem. Got Rodrigo Nets, just a cheap player, loads of pace about him, 4-star skills. He's actually 6 foot, I didn't realise that. So yeah, very good. Forvin, I put him in. He has a few problems. Well, one problem I see right just straight off the card, and it's that weak foot. And what I would do with this card, I would play him cam. I wouldn't play him ram, lamb or striker. He ain't got the pace for that. Play him as a cam, and this guy will link up the play like beautiful, you know. But with that weak foot, sometimes you might be let down with it. But if it's on the left, it's a beautiful pass. It's a beautiful scene, you know. Gabriel Jesus, another cheap one. I have thrown quite a few cheap players, and it seems to me like quite a common theme with cheap strikers. And the attackers even. It is the Premier League. The Premier League's got the cheap attackers for sure. Memphis Depay, very good card once again. This is his SBC, but he has an inform which is basically exactly the same stats. 5'9" high-low, 3-star weak foot, which is the only problem, but 5-star skills. Very good player. Loads of like pace, dribbling's good, passing's actually really good. Physical 82, shot is 84. What's his shot power? Not 90. Fucking Jesus, yeah. If you get a long shot with him, bang, you love to see it really. Timo Werner is 87 in form. Obviously, he's got a load of cards was lower rated. Very good card this year. The only problem for me is his 4-star skills. No 4-star skills, but very good player. Give him a chance, he'll take it. One like similar like to Aguero and whatnot. Now we got the flashback player SBC. So 2 here. Sturridge, and then the next one's going to be Pato. I haven't done them, but looking at these cards, they look very good. Problem with Sturridge is obviously the weak foot, as I mentioned all video. If they don't have the 4-star weak foot, for me sometimes it might be a bit of a struggle, but the 4-star skills obviously sweetens it a little. Load of pace about him, good shooting, good dribble, good physical and whatnot. And then Pato, I'm actually really pissed off with myself. I should have done him. I don't know why I haven't done him, but I should have. Mainly because if I brought this card on as a sub, 89 pace, 89 dribble, 87 shot, I think that's unbelievable as an attacker. 92 agility. I think I've missed out here. He's got 89 jumping. So if you use him as like a ram or a lamb, back post crosses, it's goal time, man. I'm upset with myself that I didn't do that. Aubameyang, one of my favourite players this year from the Premier League up front. Definitely the best striker in the Premier League, I think. On on the game, not real life. I'm not going to debate who's the best in real life, but on the game, definitely the best striker you can get this year in the Premier League. Laser pace, 6'2", 4-star, 4-star. They gave him a blessing giving him 4-star, 4-star this year, so very good player indeed. Is this the last player for the video? It is Antoine Griezmann. You just love a bit of Griezmann. Everyone loves Griezmann, you know. He's got the 4-star skills. His left foot is beautiful. You know, everything about Griezmann's just beautiful, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that'll be it for the video, guys. It's a bit of a long one, but don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and peace.